Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you all for joining today. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi nombre es David. It is a pleasure to be here with you all. Thank you for tuning in to Mango Languages with a Twist. This is our Spanish edition. And before we get started, I do want to introduce you to our stellar cast. First, I'd like to introduce you to our language learner for the day. Excuse me. Well, let's do it out of order. Our language learner for the day.
Hi everyone, I'm Rosemary. I'm part of the San Mateo County Library System and been at Belmont most recently. Thanks for joining on with us here today for our third installment, I believe, of Spanish. I'm the novice learner, so I'm happy to have you along for the ride with me today as we dip our toes further into Spanish with our wonderful teacher, Ismael.
Yep, and Mr. Ismael.
Gracias, David. Gracias, Rosemary. Welcome, everyone. Like Rosemary said, this is our third lesson in Spanish. Bienvenidos a todos. Buenas tardes. I'm happy to be here, to be a coach, and let's learn Spanish today.
All right, muchas gracias. Just to let you all know, I've been kind of the tech host for the last couple sessions. I'm very much now a language learner, just like Rosemary. I'm picking up a lot of words in Espanol, which has been nice to acquire from this program. So I'm looking forward to learning the language with you all from home. And just remember, it's a virtual program. Virtual difficulties can happen. So if something happens on your end, think about restarting the computer, trying a different device, and the footage will be archived to our website. If something happens on our end, we will work hard to get that issue resolved. And I'd also like to wish everyone a happy Memorial Day weekend. All right. So let's talk about, let's plug something new and exciting happening at San Mateo County Libraries. I'm going to share my screen with you all. And you may see a familiar face in that picture right there. Yes, that is your language coach, Mr. Ismael. We now have a telephone number that you can call to get library support. So call 1-833-YES-SMCL. We are open. We have great hours, I must say. We're open 7 days a week, from 9 to 5, excluding holidays. So we're going to be observing Memorial Day both Sunday and Monday. So we won't have our service open then. But come Tuesday, you can give us a call and you might catch one of your coaches or language learners on the phone helping you out. So yeah, it's something really, something exciting to launch, and we hope you all take advantage of this great service. Now, with that being said, we're going to jump right into Mango. We're going to try to cover as much of lesson 3 as we can. So I might be moving kind of quick in the beginning, but if you do want to follow along with your device, now is the chance to do so. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go back to smcl.org so we can get to our online resources. I'm going to click the Browse menu, followed by Online Resources. And inside there, I'm going to click on my A to Z resource list so I can jump straight to Mango. So we'll click the letter M for Mango. And just remember, to use Mango, your library card needs to start with 29041. That is coded for San Mateo County Library. So you can take a look at your library card right now to make sure it starts with 29041. Once you're ready to go, you're going to click on Mango Languages right here. And what that's going to do is it's going to take you to our library login page, where you're going to log in with your library card barcode number in this field right here, followed by your PIN number. And from there, you will be led to Mango Languages. We are learning Spanish. So I'm going to open up the Spanish page, and then we are going to go to our chapter 1 within the Spanish learning page. I'll turn it over to our language coach.
Thank you, David. That was a great introduction, and that was a great explanation on how to get to Mango Languages. So like we said at the beginning, today we're going to learn lesson 3. I really like this lesson because it has a little more conversation. So now we're going to use everything we learned in lesson 1 and 2, and we're actually going to talk more today. So I'm really excited for you guys to be here today to learn Spanish with us. So I'm going to go ahead and click lesson 3. And here we're going to see our conversational goals and our grammar goals. And Rosemary, would you like to help me with our conversational goals?
Yeah, so our goals as part of chapter 1, lesson 3 are to learn how to express gratitude, express how someone feels about things, greet people, and also make small talk with strangers.
Muy bien. Good job, Rosemary. So now the grammar goes, we're going to be introduced to subject, verb, and agreement, create affirmative sentences and questions, recognize gender agreement and adjectives, use personal pronouns, and use the verb estar. We might not get to all of them today, but we hopefully get most of them. Okay, so let's get started.
Listen to the way you would say, I'm fine.
Estoy bien.
Let's hear that again.
Estoy bien.
So here, this is our learning slide right now. And some of the slides, we're gonna combine the words that we're seeing right now. So it's gonna feel a little bit repetitive, but that's okay. That's how we learn our language. So we're just gonna practice today and practice. And thank you for practicing with us today. So let's go and let's start by saying estoy bien.
Estoy bien.
Muy bien. And if you see when I hover my cursor on top of estoy, you're going to see how you should pronounce it estoy. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to follow that, but it's a suggestion on how to pronounce the words. So here they emphasize estoy in the end. Estoy bien. ¿Cómo estás, David?
Estoy bien.
Muy bien.
Muchas gracias.
Now, vamos a ir a la siguiente. Vamos a ir a la siguiente página. We're going to the next slide.
Now, let's learn how to say, I.
Yo.
Listen closely one more time.
Yo.
So this is a very short word. So you're just going to say yo.
Yo.
Yo. Muy bien.
Nice job.
So we're going to go ahead and go
Although we do not usually need
Yo.
I in Spanish, it is a useful pronoun to learn.
So you don't always have to say I'm doing this or I'm feeling this way. You can just say estoy bien. You don't have to say yo estoy bien, but it's a useful word to learn. So yo, it's a good way to start to learn Spanish.
Do you remember how to say to be?
Okay, so we're reaching back to one of our prior lessons, which you can all watch and are recorded if you haven't seen them yet. I think it's estar.
Estar.
Nice job.
Muy bien. So this is going back to lesson number 2 when we start learning the verb to be. So this word is pronounced estar. Estar.
Struggled on that R. It was there, but it was not really.
It's a nice
The
roll.
R's can be kind of hard in Spanish to understand, but I'm pretty sure you guys will get it soon.
Mhm.
Here's how you would say, I am.
Estoy.
And let's say this together. Estoy.
Estoy.
Estoy bien. Estoy. I'm doing fine.
Wanted to see if I could ask you a question, Ismael. With estoy, I know you could put bien for like I'm fine. Could you also use estoy and then pair it with other emotions, like maybe fantastico or happy or sad or anything like that? Would that be appropriate?
Yes. So you can say, for instance, estoy bien, gracias. Or you can say estoy feliz, which I am happy. Estoy triste, which I am sad. So you can add any emotion in the end once you learn the emotions. So this is a really good slide. That's a good question because this is a really good lesson where we're going to start combining words now, and we're going to start having more conversations now. So that's a really good question.
Thank you.
Nice. Now practice saying, I am.
Okay, everybody try it at home with me. Estoy.
Estoy.
Muy bien, muy bien. Yo estoy bien hoy. Estoy. And let's see how they emphasize. So they emphasize the T-O-Y. Estoy. So that means that you're going to have a longer ending. Estoy.
Here's how you would say, fine.
Bien.
Can we practice the word bien?
Bien.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bien en casa también a todos. Muy bien. Bien.
Let's see if you can say fine.
Okay, everybody, do it with me. Bien.
Bien.
Bien. Muy bien. Todos estamos bien. We're all doing okay. Bien.
Nice. Now practice saying I am.
Okay, so we're just re-emphasizing our grammar lessons right now. Estoy.
Estoy.
Estoy. Muy bien. So in the next slides, we're going to start combining words now. So, estoy bien. Estoy.
Let's see if you can say fine.
Okay, everybody, you go first. Bien.
Bien.
Nice work.
Muy bien. Muy bien. So we all getting it now. Bien. Estoy bien. And eventually we're going to put these words together and we're going to start making sentences now. Muy bien.
Let's put all the pieces together. Say, I'm fine.
Okay, everyone at home, I think we dropped the yo for I, so estoy bien.
Estoy bien.
Muy bien, Rosemary. Muy bien. ¿Cómo estás, David?
Estoy bien. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien, gracias. Muy bien. Nice follow up. Muy
Informal.
bien. That was really good. ¿Cómo estás, Rosemary?
Estoy bien. Y
Muy bien. Muy bien. So, estoy bien. And once you start saying it together, it sounds more natural. Estoy bien.
estoy
Se
bien.
escucha más natural. Estoy bien.
Now, let's learn how to say thank you.
Gracias.
Listen closely one more time.
Gracias.
So this is pronounced gracias. So in the pronunciation on the bubble above, it's emphasizing the G-R-A-H. So you start with a hard sound, gracias.
Ismail, is it a rolled R or a rolled G? I'm having a hard time hearing it. Do you mind replaying the narrator with that tool that Mango offers? The blue arrow? I think.
Gracias.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Gracias.
So in Spanish, the G is a sound, like so gracias. So you combine the R and the G sound. So that's why it sounds like a two R's, but it's only one. It's gracias. It's like a softer R. But I'm sure that everybody knows how to say thank you in Spanish by now.
Yeah.
Gracias. Gracias, Rosemary, por tu pregunta. Thank you for your question.
Sure.
Gracias.
What's the way to say thank you?
Okay, everybody at home with me? Gracias.
Gracias.
Muy bien. Gracias. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Gracias.
Based on what you've learned so far, you can figure out how to say, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, everybody at home, patching the parts together. Estoy bien. Gracias.
Estoy bien. Gracias.
Muy bien, muy bien. And this goes back when I asked David, ¿cómo estás hoy? And David responded, estoy bien. ¿Y tú? So you can add something else to it, right? So here, I am fine, thank you. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estás, Rosemary?
Estoy bien. ¿Y tú?
Estoy bien, gracias.
No, but it wasn't E2. Never mind.
Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estás, David?
Estoy bien también.
Good job. So I am fine. Yeah, good job. So you
Jumping
can,
ahead a little bit.
no, that's great. That's great. I
Okay.
am doing good too. Gracias. Muy bien.
Here's how you would say, and.
Y.
This is a softer sound word. So we're gonna say y, like you say double E in English. Y.
E.
Y tú, y usted.
E2, y usted.
Estoy bien. Y usted. if you use in a formal way, or estoy bien, y tú, in a more informal way. So that's how we use y in Spanish.
Based on what you've already learned,
Go.
what do you think is the correct way to say, and you, in a formal setting?
Okay, so we're gonna review what Ismael just shared. The formal way, go ahead, go first. Y usted?
Nice.
¿Y usted?
Muy bien, muy bien. Y usted, and remember, we use usted when we're speaking to someone who's older than you. So the way we show a sign of respect. And when we speak to someone who's our age or younger, we use the informal way of saying usted, which is ¿cómo estás tú? Y ¿cómo está usted?
Can I ask a cultural question
Yeah.
just about usted? If I, let's say I grew up in a Spanish household and I was speaking to my grandfather, would I always use usted with a grandparent, or would I use the informal because I've known the grandparent for my entire life?
So you always use usted in my house. In my house, there's no informal way to speak to your parents or grandparents.
Mhm.
You will always use usted because it's always always gonna show a sign of respect for your family. So
Mhm.
even though you know them for your life, but
Mhm.
you always gonna use the formal way, usted.
That's
So
a great question, David, because yeah, I wouldn't have guessed your parents. I guess I would have thought since you know them so well, you toss that aside eventually. So thanks for asking, David.
Gracias.
Yeah, no, that was a really good question. Muy buena pregunta.
Now, can you figure out how to say, I'm fine, and you, in a formal situation?
Okay, everyone, let's reinforce this. Estoy bien. I'm altering here. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien.
Nice.
¿Y usted?
Muy bien, Rosemary, muy bien. Estoy bien. ¿Y usted? ¿Cómo estás, David?
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Oh, estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está, Rosemary?
Estoy bien. ¿Y tú?
Muy
Wow.
bien, muy bien. So you use informal,
Nice job.
informal to me. So yeah, y tú, and we use formal for somebody else who's a bit older. You can say usted.
Nice.
Estoy bien, y usted. So that's how we pronounce this word. Estoy bien, y usted.
How do you say, I'm fine, thank you?
Okay, everyone, let's patch these together. Estoy bien. Gracias.
Estoy bien, gracias.
Muy bien. So this lesson is taking us more into a conversation mode now. So this is a really good way to practice the lesson 1 and lesson 2 that we did a couple of weeks ago. So how you pronounce this word is estoy bien, gracias. Estoy bien, gracias. Muy bien.
How do you say, I'm fine, and you, in a formal situation?
Hey, David, take this one away.
All right. Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Muy bien, David. Muy bien. But if you're talking to me, what will you use instead of usted?
Tú?
Muy bien.
¿Y tú?
Estoy bien. ¿Y tú? Muy bien, David. Muy bien.
Gracias.
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Here's how to say, too.
También.
Let's hear that again.
También.
Okay, let's practice at home too. Let's practice to say también. And you see the emphasis and the B-I-E-N. It has an accent. So that means you emphasize the ending. También.
También.
Nice.
También.
Let's hear you say, too.
Okay, everyone, let's give it a go. I won't say it with the authority that this narrator says it, but let's go for it. También.
También.
Muy bien, muy bien. So, ¿cómo estás tú? Yo estoy bien. También. So I'm doing fine too. También. Remember, this emphasizes the ending. También.
What is the proper way to say, I'm fine too?
Yeah, David might have done this one already. Let me go for it. Estoy bien también.
Estoy bien también.
Nice work.
Muy bien, muy bien. Yes, David and I last couple of times when I asked him, ¿Cómo estás, David? And because I asked Rosemary first and I asked David second, he said, Estoy bien también. I'm fine too, because he was the second person I asked. So this is a really good example, David. Estoy bien también. And
That's
the way you pronounce this phrase is estoy bien también. I am fine too.
How do you say, I'm fine, thank you?
Okay, everybody with me at home. Estoy bien, gracias.
Estoy bien, gracias.
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Cómo estás, David?
Estoy bien, gracias.
Muy bien. ¿Cómo estás, Rosemary?
Estoy bien, gracias.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Now we're having a conversation here.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Estoy bien, gracias.
How do you say, I'm fine, and you? In a formal situation.
Hey, David, take it.
Right. Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Yeah.
Yo estoy bien también, David. I'm doing well too. Estoy bien. So here they use the word fine to say bien, but it can also mean wow. I'm doing wow too.
Okay.
Estoy bien también. So in Spanish, the words have different meanings, just like in English. Sometimes they have different meanings how you can use it. So here's estoy bien y usted.
Mhm.
So if you want to say it in a sentence, estoy bien y usted. If you can say individually, we say estoy bien y usted.
How do you say, I'm fine too?
Okay, everybody, let's reinforce what we learned a few slides back. Estoy bien también.
Estoy bien también.
Muy bien, Rosemary, muy bien. Yeah, estoy bien también. ¿Cómo estás tú? Estoy bien también. So this, you'll be asking a second person, right? So, estoy bien también.
Listen carefully.
De nada.
Means, you're welcome. Let's hear that one more time.
De nada.
So here, this word "you're welcome," it seems when the narrator is speaking, it's saying the word together, but it's separate. It's de nada.
Mm.
When you hear him say it,
De nada.
so that's the way you just say de nada. You're welcome, de nada.
It's
But
great
say
when you,
gracias, you would say de nada.
it's great when you can hover over that with our Mango tools and see the phonetical pronunciation.
Mhm.
This is great because it allows you to slow down the narrator and go word by word if you really want to hear the pronunciation. Gracias, David.
De nada.
Muy bien, muy bien. Gracias, Rosemary.
De nada.
Muy bien.
Now try and say, you're welcome.
Okay, everybody at home? De nada.
De nada.
Muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien at home, everybody. Muy bien. De nada.
De nada.
How do you say, I'm fine, thank you?
Okay, everyone? Estoy bien. Gracias.
Estoy bien, gracias.
Muy bien. Estoy bien. Gracias. So you're saying I'm fine and you're just thanking the person for asking the question. Estoy bien. Gracias. ¿Cómo estás tú, David?
Estoy bien, gracias.
De nada. ¿Cómo está usted, Rosemary?
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Muy bien. Gracias. That was a good conversation that you asked me back.
Nice job.
How do you say, I'm fine, and you? in a formal situation.
Okay, David, reinforce this, people.
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Yo también estoy bien, David. Gracias. So this is a formal situation. I'm doing fine, thank you. Estoy bien. ¿Y usted? So this you use it if you speak in a work and a more formal situation, or you're speaking to an older person, you would say usted. If an older person asks you, ¿Cómo estás? You would say estoy bien y usted. But if a younger person asks you that, you would say estoy bien y tú? Estoy bien y usted?
One more question for you, Ismael. Because what you just said was almost like mind altering to me. An older person should always speak to a younger person informally, but the younger person should always speak to the older person formally. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes, that
So
makes a
even-
lot of sense.
So even if they don't know the child, they just see him on the street, they can use the informal version?
Yes, because the child's always gonna refer us to.
Okay.
So because you're gonna like if you see someone younger than you and you're talking to them, you don't have to use usted. It's almost not normal to call someone younger than you usted.
Mhm.
I mean, you can, but it's not.
Mhm.
It's not appropriate. It's just not.
Might
normal
be
to say.
stranger, yeah, you'd be weirder doing that than to,
Yeah, I mean, people would not. I wouldn't think they would take it in any bad way. It would just be like, okay, you said, and it's normal. Some people speak like that, but it's fine.
Mhm.
But then the formal way to say it is tú.
Perfect. Thank you. Gracias.
De nada, David. Muy buena pregunta. Really good question.
How do you say, I'm fine too?
everybody at home, practice first. Estoy bien, también.
Estoy bien también.
Muy bien, Rosemary. Muy bien.
Gracias.
Oh, de nada. Estoy bien también. Estoy bien también. Muy bien, todos. Muy bien.
Now try and say, you're welcome.
Okay, everyone, this is a nice, easy one for us. De nada.
Nice.
De nada.
De nada. Muy bien. Gracias, David.
Oh, de nada.
Muy
Mhm.
bien. Muy bien.
Based on what you've learned so far, you can figure out how to say, she is fine.
David, you want to take this one?
Oh, yeah. Ella está bien.
Ooh, you are fancy.
Está bien.
Muy bien, David. Muy bien. And we haven't learned that yet. Muy bien. Ella está bien, or you can just say está bien.
You are
If
rocking
I
it.
ask you, David, ¿cómo está, Rosemary?
Oh, está bien.
That's how you answer that. Muy bien.
I
So you
didn't
have
say
to emphasize.
ella because I knew Rosemary. You were already referring to Rosemary, so I opted not to put ella in front of está bien.
Correct. That's the way. Yes, correct.
So
Because
you can do it.
I already said her name and I asked you how she's doing today.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey,
you
David?
can answer, está bien.
Yeah.
Can you demo for everyone at home again, just to remind them, because it's been a few chapters,
Oh, yeah.
recording voice tool, because it's
Yep.
just so awesome.
Thanks for bringing that up. I would have forgot. Okay, so everyone, this is one of my favorite tools, and I think everyone on board the Mango team really thinks this tool is advantageous. It allows you to record your voice as you're practicing words or phrases. So all you have to do is click the microphone. If it's your first time using it, Mango will ask for permission to use your internal microphone. You click on the microphone, you have like a 2 to 3 second window to record the phrase. So I'll be clicking on the microphone and quickly saying, está bien. I'll give that a try. Está bien. And then from there, you could already see my waveforms. And I could click on this icon to hear myself saying está bien.
Está bien.
And I can also click on the one above to hear the narrator. And I can click on this one to hear us both saying the word or phrase at the same time. Thank you for letting me highlight that.
Yeah, it's such a cool tool, and I think it's really helpful for some of us who just maybe don't hear ourselves like we really come off. So it's helpful.
Muy bien, David.
Gracias.
Ella está bien.
Is also correct.
Just like David was saying in the beginning, you can say está bien, or you can say ella está bien.
Now, can you figure out the best way to say, he is fine?
Okay, everyone at home, let's practice what they were just teaching us. I think we can drop the pronoun and just do está bien.
Está
Nice.
bien.
Muy bien, Rosemary, muy bien. Está bien. So in English, they put in he is fine, which we're going to learn next. It's going to be él está bien.
Mm.
Ella for a female, él for a male, and you're going to start differentiating the words, how they go. A ending, it's feminine, O ending or E ending, it's male. It's not always the case, but most of the time you're going to get into a rhythm.
Listen and repeat the following,
Cansado.
which means tired.
Cansado.
Cansado.
Yo estoy cansado. And if you say it as a feminine sentence, you would say, yo estoy cansada. So the only thing you change is the A in the is the A in the on the ending.
Gosh,
So
it
yo
feels like
estoy cansado. Ella está cansada.
a lot of vowels to keep track of if it's new. For
Sí, correcto. Yeah, you're right. But in
Well,
the
more the whole phrase when you gave the whole phrase for she is tired or I am tired.
yes, but in the beginning, the most important part is that you know how to pronounce the words, and then you can start differentiating between male and a female sound once you get the sounds correct. So
You
here you can say it's a male sound, cansado.
I got to check in with Rosemary just to see what else would aid in pairing with Mango languages to help retain some of the Spanish words that we're learning.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting to end on tired because I am not tired. I'm having such a great time. So thank you for this lesson again, Ismail. What other, can you highlight again for our patrons, other tools that we offer through our county website that they could use to augment their learning?
So Mango Languages is a really good tool. Continue finish the lesson today and practice with your loved ones at home, with your friends, with everybody you can talk in Spanish. Remember, like, it's practice, so you don't have to say the right pronunciations. As long as you get it close, it's fine. And like Rosemary said, no estamos cansados. We're not tired. We just ended in the slide today. So, and the other resources that we have, you can use Canopy, which is a really good way to watch movies in Spanish for adults and kids. And I recommend if you're an adult, watch some kids movies in Spanish. They're very simple and very easy to follow. Music in Spanish, go to our Frigo apps or use a Hoopla apps, and they have a really good music in Spanish that you can choose from. You can also go to the books, ebooks resources and Overdrive and Libby, and there you can listen or you can actually read Spanish. So that's some great resources. And also come back with us in Mango Languages lessons. We will be here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, gracias, Ismail, for those tips.
And then
So we definitely want to highlight what's happening next in our virtual world of programming. At 3 o'clock, the party continues with open labs with Ricardo in Español. So if you want to continue brushing up on your Spanish words or pronunciation or phrases, Ricardo is going to be leading us off with a fun science project that's happening at 3 o'clock. Rosemary and Ismael, any parting words for our audience until we see them again?
Just that it was so great having you here again. And don't forget, you can always go back. Our first lesson was really terrific at giving an overview of this online resource and all the tools it has. So that's a great one to watch if you haven't. And just look forward to next time. 2 weeks from now, Spanish. 1 week from now, French.
Yeah.
Muy bien, Rosemary, muy bien. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today. I had a lot of fun. Me estuvo muy divertido. I love to learn Spanish with my friends too, to teach Spanish. It's fun. And, you know, continue doing Mango Languages. And maybe someday you guys can tell us your progress.
Muchas gracias, Senor Ismael. Muchas gracias, Senora Rosemary. Before we say farewell, Ismael, could you tell us how to say farewell in Español?
¿Cómo? Claro que sí. So, bye en español es Adiós.
Adios, everyone.
Adios.
Adiós, amigos.
Gracias.
luego.
Adios.